Dawn, chain platinum, blue is the charm. Flip flops, courtesy of Louis Vuitton. I don't know you, don't you dare speak, cause I wear heat. And my crib is 5,000 square feet. Last year I was thick and stocky, lost a little weight. Nigga thought a bitch then got me. Had an ulcer, don't be a dickhead, poppy.
Guys, what is up? Welcome to another episode of a Maximilian Must Know. These episodes are of course sponsored by decantshop.com. That is the best place online to get samples and decants of all different types of fragrances, new fragrances, discontinued fragrances, niche fragrances, designer fragrances. You know, if you're looking for a fragrance, decantshop.com is the first place you want to look. You could use my coupon code MAX12. It's going to save you 12% off your entire order. The prices there are already very, very, very low, but you can get that extra 12% off if you use my coupon code. So the four fragrances we're going to look at today all were sent to me by decantshop.com. We're going to start this week off with one called Chocolate Greedy from the House of Montale. Now, we have probably looked at 20 fragrances from Montale on the show, and though there's been several that I've really enjoyed, probably Wild Pears being the best, Red Oud as well. I haven't purchased any yet. I like this house, but I will repeat myself for the millionth time and say they need an editor. They need someone to pare down all of their releases. I own two from this house, Intense Cafe and Nepal Oud. I have a few more on my to purchase list. Next will either be Red Oud or Black Musk. This one is called Chocolate Greedy, and it came out in the last couple of years. And the notes on Chocolate Greedy, by the way, I have all of these on skin right now. The notes on Chocolate Greedy are coffee, cacao, tonka bean, bitter orange, vanilla, and dried fruits. Now, you can usually find Montale on discounters, and if you can't, I would say wait, because a 100 ml Montale usually goes for $150, $160, and you can find them for $80, $90 once they hit discounters. This one, the notes on this one, I went over them, yes. This one, beautiful, beautiful chocolate scent. If you like chocolatey scents, this is really good. This is like a dark chocolate scent with boozy notes. The bitter orange is heavy in this one. The vanilla, the dried fruits. It is absolutely excellent. What I would say is I would first recommend it looking at some of the gourmand scents that Perfumes by Terry makes, because she's a perfumer out in California, and she has 15 ml bottles for like $15. And she's got some chocolate scents as well. So this seems a little expensive for what it is. Also, the chocolate scent that I enjoy the most is one called Musc Maori by Parfumerie Generale. It's a milk chocolate scent. It's a little cleaner. This is definitely about chocolate with the dried fruit and the orange and the cacao and the coffee, but it's beautiful. I can't hate on this one. This is easily, one of the best gourmands I've smelled in a long time. Reminds me too much personally of I Love New York for All by Bond Number 9. So I don't think I would purchase this one, but this is one of the best from Montale that I've smelled. And if I did not own I Love New York for All, there's a strong possibility this would go on my to purchase list. So well done. Next up, let's take a look at a fragrance from the house of CB. I hate perfumes. I'm a little stuffed up. This one is called Patchouli Empire. Now, at the past, we have looked at the Beach 1966, which was a favorite of mine. I own one from this house, which is called Where We Are, There Is No There. And I'd like to get a newer one from them called Do Not Ask Me Why, which is a scent that they did that is supposed to smell very much like opium smoke. This one, Patchouli Empire, came out in 2005 from perfumer Christopher Brocious. The notes on this one are patchouli, black pepper, and woods. I think this one goes for $200 around for the 100 ml, but they have smaller 30 ml bottles, which is you can get for I think under $100. So this is a nice fragrance. This is a nice patchouli fragrance. These are water perfumes, and for me, I don't get the same performance out of water perfumes that I get out of perfumes with alcohol in them. But this is really nice. What I get out of this one is patchouli. It's very dank and earthy. There's a lot of pepper in this one. I don't think I'd wear this, just because for the money, it's just too much about patchouli. Patchouli is not a note that I love, especially when a fragrance is just about patchouli. It's got to do a lot else right for me to love a patchouli-centric fragrance, and this is at its heart a patchouli-centric fragrance. Now, with that said, if you like patchouli fragrances, this is gonna be a good one for you. This is nice. You know, this is really pepper and patchouli, but the patchouli is very earthy and dank. It almost smells like a wet patchouli in soil, and that might not sound appealing, but it actually is very, very nice. It's really well done. I think Christopher Brocious is an excellent perfumer. He showed a lot of his skill in what he did with Demeter, and these are stepped up versions of Demeter fragrances. So I like this one. Another one that I don't think I want, but I like it. So next, let's go to the house of Mancera and take a look at a fragrance called So Blue. Now, we have looked at a few from Mancera on this show. None of them have been my cup of tea so far. I own one from this house, Oud Black Candy. I really would like to get Wave Musk. Other than those, this isn't a house that I'm in love with. The notes on So Blue are lemon, bergamot, mandarin, mixed fruits, and pepper at the top. In the middle, Bulgarian rose, violet, C notes, and patchouli. And in the base, amber, oak moss, musk, sandalwood, and vanilla. Now, right now, it is hard to find this one discounted, so if you're looking for it, you'll need to pay retail, which is $160 for 120 ml. Lucky Scent does have this one. This is really good. I mean, this is one of my favorite Manceras I've smelled in a long time. And the problem is that it's an aquatic at heart. To me, it's a really fruity aquatic. I get that really bright citrus at the top. It's clearly a mix of multiple citrus components. Yeah, there's a mixed fruit thing going on in this one, but then you also have some florals. There's like candied violet and candied rose in the mid, and the base has got vanilla and sandalwood, and there's oak moss. This is just a great scent for a guy who's bored of like Sephora choices or the designer choices. At 160, I don't know that I'd buy this. You know, I have so many creeds that sort of fulfill the need that this one does, but man, is this good. Like, if I was just getting into niche or frags, this would be one I would definitely want. You know, when you're at plus 500 bottles, you have a lot of needs filled, obviously, and so I don't think I have a need for this one. But man, do I like this. This is one of the better Manceras that I've smelled, and it's not oud. You know, I give Mancera Montale a lot of shit for putting out so much, but so far, man, Chocolate Greedy and So Blue, very well done on both of these. We're going to finish up this week, guys, with one from the house of Giorgio Armani. We're going to look at their latest flanker to Acqua di Gio. This one is called Acqua di Gio Profomo. And I was really anxious to check this one out. You know, I wore Acqua di Gio heavy for a while. I still think it is a great fragrance. And on this show, we looked at Acqua di Gio Ascenze. We've looked at a few from the Privé line. My favorite is easily Figuier Hinault. I don't have that one yet, but I will definitely be getting that one, hopefully in time for spring this year or next year. The only scent that I actually own from Giorgio Armani, guys, is Code, believe it or not. I would like to get Acqua di Gio, a vintage bottle, and I'd like to get Attitude, believe it or not, if I could grab it for the right price. Now, this one was done by Alberto Morales. He did this one in 2015, and the notes on this one are bergamot and C notes at the top, geranium, rosemary, and sage in the middle, patchouli and incense in the base. Now, this one has already hit some discounters, so you should be able to get a bottle of this for around 80 bucks now. I know it was a little more expensive when it came out, so it probably didn't bottom out in terms of discounted price, but you don't have to pay full for this one even already. And So I'm a little confused about this one because I've read a lot of, anytime I do these guys, I go on Fragrantica. I want to see what other people think because I know I'm not always right. And sometimes I need some context or just a different opinion to kind of make me think differently. And a lot of people were really talking this one up. Oh yeah, this is great. This is Acqua di Gio with incense in the base, and this one lasts longer. And to me, and I'll go back. I'll end this by saying I'm gonna need more time with this. But to me, this just smells like Acqua di Gio. I've had this one on my skin for some time now, and I don't really get the incense in the base. Maybe it's a little stronger than Acqua di Gio, but that's what ADG Essenza was for me. So this was definitely on my, maybe I need to purchase this one list, and it's off right now. And again, I will come back to this one, but to me, this smells like Acqua di Gio. I don't get the Profomo part. Maybe it's going to really darken up later on my skin. Maybe it's going to have a sick performance, but for me, it's a huge letdown, and I would much rather own Mancera So Blue, personally. So guys, if I'm ranking these in order, yeah, I'd have to go Chocolate Grady #1. I think it's a per perfume. I would go So Blue #2, whoopsie daisy. I'd go Patch #3, and I'd go ADG Profomo #4. Profomo's not a bad scent, but if you own Acqua di Gio or Essenze, I don't know why you would need this one as well. That's just my own opinion. Call me crazy. So next week, guys, we have 4 more fragrances. We'll go to the House of Amouage twice. For a couple of frags. We'll go to Corner Barcelona to take a look at one of their frags, and we'll finish up with the House of Christian Dior. I promise you I got some good ones for you guys next week. But again, I just want to say again, these videos happen because you guys go to decantshop.com, you use that coupon code MAX12, and that's why we've been bringing you these videos every day for, I believe, almost 3 years now. You make it possible. Without you, these videos just don't exist. So I want to thank you guys, and I want you to believe when you go to Decant Shop, you're buying from the best. You're buying with someone of integrity who's always going to send you exactly what you're buying. They're always going to send you the amounts that you're buying. You're going to get them fast. The customer service is going to be unparalleled. You can get decanting supplies there as well, all made in the United States, not made in China. And you can trade in fragrances that you're not using for store credit or cash. So this really should be your one-stop shop for everything decant. You need decants. I've put many in the wet shaving community onto this site. They love it. They know quality. And this is really the best site for you to do that. And remember, the selections at decantshop.com are hand-picked for you guys. You can go there and sort of understand that whatever you see is chosen. There's not every fragrance ever made there. You can kind of feel confident in looking through the inventory and feeling that those fragrances are there for a reason. They're not just scooped up because they're the new hype train. They're picked up because Adriana thinks that you guys want them and that they're worthy of attention. So know that as well. All right, guys, that's it. I'll be back with more videos later this week, and of course, be back for another episode next week, guys. You know what it is. My name is Maximilian.
Shit, not nigga like me kept the coke in the cupboard. Mother found it, said Cam, I hope you get busted. Got a lot of nerve, probably coked up or dusted. I don't care, I need that drop top, coconut custard.